Right, I've had to muck about with the US because I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a fucking dumpster fire. Jesus, it's fragmented, like ludicrously fragmented. The per capita GDP keeps dropping. The inequality is ludicrous. And we keep losing GDP. So what I've done is I've created a welfare state, which I'm sure everyone in the United States is going to be very happy about. Probably. And so I've just boosted, so welfare is up to 30%. So if you think of like development points as GDP, then basically 30% of the entire economy is going on giving people handouts, which again, I'm sure everyone's going to be super fucking happy about. So I won't worry about that. Right, you stayed there. That's fine. You live in Seattle, right? Apparently, yes. Apparently having armies... So armies have a home. So this is their home. Los Angeles. Yeah. And even if they're in the same country, if they're out of their home region, they cost development points to maintain. Apparently. Conversely, Russia's doing great. Like, you know, inequality is dropping. Fantastic. They're diverse. Education is lower, but it is going up. Everything's... Look at all the lovely green arrows. Look at all the lovely green arrows. Oh, looks great. Meanwhile, the US, not as good. Some things are moving in the right direction. But, yeah, we need to sort this shit out. So, the US, we're kind of working on. Now, I don't think we're going to get the chance to get this guy. He's basically just too... He's got 21 security. Like, fuck me. I'm going to be able to beat that shit. I'm going to beat that shit. I can't. I cannot beat that shit. So, that is not going to be a thing. Yeah, okay, good. I don't... Oh. Yeah, so the United Kingdom probably needs to be put down. They keep declaring war on, well... I think we had a breakthrough. Everyone, basically. Research-wise, now, we are currently researching the Xenoflora defoliants. I think I want to grab those, so we're gonna dump everything into that. Finish on the 27th of December, which is my birthday, just in case you want to give me a present. I mean, other than, you know, the ability to better defeat Xenoflora explosions on the planet. It's not what I asked for, but I can't disagree that it would be nice. And we're going to pump everything into that, and then we're going to pump... Now, the industrialization of space is kind of what we need to be able to build things. I did some research myself in between episodes, and so what we need to do, this is why I couldn't get these so I need to, I don't know if I mentioned this last, so come the 30th of January we can then integrate these countries, apart from Libya, of course, because that's Libya, but Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan and Turkmenistan, we can all sort of amalgamate those into the Eurasian Union. So that's going to be nice. But yeah, the United Kingdom needs to be... Something needs to be done about that, because they are... The fuck is that? Oh, so does Glasgow have a space centre? I went to Glasgow once. It was... How do I put this? Rough, I think, would be the operative word there. It's pretty much one of the first jobs I ever actually had, like proper job. A proper job that actually kind of like, you know, was what I wanted to do rather than going to work at the local cheese factory. But I had to go to Glasgow for training, and I remember that the guy at the time was like, "I'm so sorry, we're having to send you to Glasgow." I'd never been to Glasgow before. I hadn't really been north of the M25 ever before. I'd never got in a plane before, and I had to fly up from Exeter all the way to Glasgow. So that was It was a whole load of firsts. Whole lot of firsts. So that was fun. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, so we're gonna boost up our research, try and get the alien bases detected. Yeah, okay. That is fine. Now, obviously, things are moving at a fairly slow rate at the moment, so there's probably going to be some large jumps in between things, because it is a game that just takes a long time to get anywhere. You... Why did I move you there? You know what? You probably... Can you... Are you home? I'm going to airlift you home. There we go. And then we won't be spending so many development points.
Policy direction complete.
Why did I do that? Can't remember. Okay, I'm just going to cancel that. Yeah, I can't remember why I told you to do that. Sorry, Arif. That was that's on me. Where? Down there. Oh shit. That is. Oh, you've only got 11 security. Oh, hello there. I wonder if we can stab you.
By the numbers.
We found something.
So we're going to be jumping a little bit because there often isn't a huge amount going on. So I'm sure at some point there's going to be instances where it is going to be like really, you know, particular key points are going to happen, and that's obviously good. But right, where is this jerk? 2%. Okay, not great. Who's my best investigator? No, don't stab that one.
Ready.
7,
Where do you need me?
5.
Standing by.
4.
Ready for my mission.
Ready
No,
for my
okay.
mission.
You've got
Standing
right,
by.
Dewey. You are the best. Mostly because you just have a shit ton of organisations. Could we get the Federal Bureau of Investigation? Because they aren't very good. But you need to be a government. So the only person who can have you is Dewey. Also, we don't have the influence. So I guess no? Okay, well let's just... I mean, the likelihood of us being able to... 10% chance. I can make it 30.
Eyes on target.
Ready for orders.
If we send everyone down there, we may be able to, like...
Eyes on target.
What's the op?
We may be able to sort of get some intel on him.
We'll see what they're up to.
And if we can get the
Your
intel,
orders?
maybe we can shank the bastards. Did I do the... I did do the abductions. Good. Clean those out.
We'll see what they're up to.
Acknowledge.
Arif, yeah, just... I think everyone just jump him.
Investigating target.
Just imagine, Ifechi, how this world would change if we could mass manufacture building materials in an instant. Homes built for mere pennies, irrigation for every village, a brighter, fairer future for all. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, Private Correspondence.
To build our way to the stars, we will require far more efficient resources than we have now. As the fourth most abundant element in the universe, and indeed the second most in the human body, carbon is a near endless and highly adaptable resource. By developing our understanding of carbon's properties and limits, we have become able to manipulate it at a molecular level. This will enable the creation of ever more impressive, yet ever more affordable building materials and structures, both here on Earth and eventually throughout the galaxy. We can now research carbon nanotubes, and composite armor and graphene batteries. Get that? Yeah, we didn't spot them. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it. I don't know why they're declaring war on people. Vietnam. Who the fuck owns Vietnam? It is. Oh, Project Exodus. Okay, well, didn't see that one coming. But yeah, he's going to be a real tough nut to crack. I don't think we're going to be able to hunt him now. The Eurasian Union may mount a... What? Military advantage have increased tensions with the Eurasian Union. I will... I will take no action. don't think I have much to worry from Japan for the most part. Weirdly, Japan has... Their education is advanced at 8.6. The United Kingdom is advanced at 9.4. I would have thought that would have been slightly different. I mean, Russia's is 8.1, which is behind Japan, but Japan is like behind the US? Is that right? I thought they'd be pretty much on par, wouldn't they? Oh well. Never mind. Is that alien gone into hiding yet? No.
Where do you need me?
Well, we'll keep bopping him, and maybe we'll get lucky.
We'll see what they're up to.
Ready for my mission.
Tell me what we need to send more people further, faster. Otherwise, we'll be stuck playing defense forever, and that's just a slow way to lose. Commander Fiona Ayawade, technical briefing.
Of the many factors that have kept humanity tethered to our home planet since we first sent a man to space all those decades ago, the foremost is the fuel demands. Any deep propulsion system needs to manage its fuel as efficiently as possible to allow for long distance travel. Now, by using electrostatic fields, our researchers believe they have found a workable solution. The novel thruster concept employs an elegant array of electrostatic fields to guide and accelerate the fuel. The fuel is pushed through an almost frictionless system of pipes to gain velocity. Once it has reached the desired velocity, the fuel is expelled through thrusters, pushing the spaceship forward. The beauty of these thrusters is the tunability of the electrostatic field, which allows the spacecraft to select just the right amount of acceleration for any manoeuvre. Even though the current design allows accurate control of the spaceship's thrust, our engineers believe that in time we'll be able to push the fuel velocity even further using high-energy electrostatic fields. Good. Well, the US is looking slightly better. Inequality is dropping. Our unity is increasing, and our tech is increasing, which is all good. Now, our GDP is still decreasing, but it's decreasing less quickly than it was. So I'm kind of okay with that. And then the democracy. I don't really know how to sort the democracy. It's like government. What is it? Like a little... It's the little government. Oh, there we go. Knowledge. So we need to increase knowledge, which currently is only 10% of... Oh, I need more boost, though. I think decreasing this is probably... It's not decreasing very fast, but I think we're just going to have to keep going for it. It seems okay.
Since humanity's earliest days, we have marveled at the mystery above our heads. With childlike wonder, we strove to understand it. Yet still its truths elude us. So now we must go forth into the mystery. Director Khalid Al-Ashgar, letter to his father.
Really? You're writing that to your father? Okay. The march of technological progress alone cannot transform a species. We must dramatically further our ambitions too. If humanity is to truly ascend, our entire culture must actively pursue a future far beyond Earth's atmosphere. Even our education system should be built around this, teaching our children not only the history of space travel, but also its boundless future. If science and mathematics are introduced early and emphasized often, the human race will, in time, no longer see space as a final frontier, but merely the next of many. So... we can now research orbitals and settlement hubs. Kind of making space a little bit more, you know, colonizable. Okay, we're gonna federate the shit
complete.
out of all of these.
Mission complete.
Boom. Boom. Federated them. Now, I think that means we can unify them later. I believe. Not 100% sure, but I believe that is the case. So, although they're not part of Russia yet, it's just a matter of time. Not that... Oof. There's a lot of servant opinion there. We may need to deal with that, potentially.
You contain multitudes, Every breath you take may contain atoms of Tutankhamun, or Christ, or Asimov. For any human to think of themselves as intrinsically apart from others is absurd. We are, all of us, made from each other. Superior Judith Howell, Infinite You, Self-Improvement Course.
Oh good, Scientology. It is one thing to legislate the world's response to the alien dawn, it is quite another for us, both individuals and communities, to adapt to what it is in effect a species-wide existential crisis. I mean, I kind of feel like we're having one already, but never mind. Our behaviours will inevitably change now that we know the sky is a gateway to the unimaginable. Countless organisations will spring up to cater to new technologies, new desires and new fears. Borders will crumble and new ones will arise. There will be mobs, there will be cults, there will be despots, and there will, most of all, there will be countless souls in need of support and guidance. Plotting the likely path of the coming societal change is necessary before we can meaningfully prepare for it. The world's leading sociologists, psychologists and behaviourists have formed a symposium to understand and predict what is to come, and from there we can plan effective policies, treaties, laws and means of planet-wide communication, and, optimistically, hitherto undreamed of ways to ensure humanity can stand together as one in the days to come. Very optimistic, like it. I'm not 100% sure on that one. What did you get? Photonic computing. What does that do? Oh, I just wanted the tech details actually. Global Listening Network, Civilian Fontic Computing. Sounds like you could probably do some gaming on it. That's good. We're pumping everything we've got into the industrialization of space. So currently we've got like 5,000 tech points here compared to like the nearest one is the Academy at 1,500. So we are really like pummeling that industrialization. But then, you know, being that we are the Illuminati and we want to make money of it, that just kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I don't think there's anything here that I feel like is super required at the moment. There's stuff for shipbuilding, but to be honest, I don't think building ships at the moment is worth it. What I have done is we have, this is quite exciting, a new space station in Coronado Station, which is in high Earth orbit, because that's going to make it easier to launch ships from, apparently. So we've got a space dock there. See what I'm thinking? I don't know if that's a good thing to do, but it seems sensible in a way. So that's kind of where I am at the moment. I don't know like how I'm doing. That's the thing. I have no idea if I'm doing well or like there's no alien threat level. That's fine. The aliens are building space stations, which I guess is to be expected. You'd think they would have built the space stations before landing on Earth, but maybe they just didn't think it would be that much for, you know, I guess if they've got a big superiority complex, maybe they just didn't really think that it was a big issue for them.
Loyalty remains questionable.
Sisters and brothers, I remind you the Lord said, "Shall the axe boast over him who hews with it, or the saw magnify itself against him who wields it?" It is our destiny, our right, to embrace the marvels He has seen fit to provide us. The enemy would have you believe this is playing God, but nay. We are taking dominion of our world and claiming our rightful place at His right hand. Superior Judith Howell, Xenobaptist Sermon.
3 weeks before the night of the cleansing flame. That sounds... gosh, she reminds me of Sister Miriam. God, I hated that one. Oh. Our current computing devices depend upon passing a current through increasingly tiny microchips, but the laws of physics present barriers we cannot circumvent. The road to the future is not paved in processors shrunk by a handful of more nanometers, but instead in light, using photons rather than electrons. By replacing electronic data transfer and storage with photonic or optical equivalents, we can dramatically increase both the speed and efficiency of our computational capabilities. Through optoelectronic hybrids exist, these systems lose nearly 30% of their energy due to inefficiency of their signal conversion. Wholly optical circuits remove this inefficiency and thus can process algorithms at a speed beyond the reach of traditional devices, while consuming far less energy. At last, we have a first working photonic chip. This is the breakthrough we have long needed, one that will ultimately birth an even brighter future of quantum computing and true artificial intelligence. So you can build a global listening network. Ooh, that sounds like it could be useful. Is that... or is that one of these techs? Okay, do arrival economics. So... oh, of course, because we only get the tech sometimes, don't we? Sometimes afterwards. Okay. Because a global listening network, I guess, would help us with, like, spying and shit. And then, obviously, with stabbing aliens in the face, where their tentacles are. How's things looking at the moment? The servants have control of a bunch of stuff, which is worrying me.
We've got some intel on our target.
Good. Spying on you. Ooh, hello there. You've got some stuff that I might want to nick. And your security is only 4, so... I'm going to be stealing some shit from you. Okay. But I did... right, the servants. I did manage to get one of their agents was trying to influence the United States. And I got him, I detained him, and then I just kicked the shit out of him. So I stole all of their organizations, and I stole all their technology and also disrupted it. So basically I screwed them over quite massively. Which worked quite well. So I'm hoping that although they've got... they are... I have to keep an eye on them. They cannot get a foothold in China. If it looks like they're starting to, I'm going to need to kick the shit out of them. It does look like they've got a little bit of public opinion there. 9%, which is the same as the resistance. So if they start trying to influence China, I need to know. But... at least they don't have any organisations left anymore, because I nicked them all. So, sucks to be them, I guess.
Assistance.
Culture? Culture is nothing more than a qualitative marketing profile. Whether your line is boots, carbonated beverages, or civilian firearms, your job is to develop products that people will incorporate into their identities so deeply they can't see where their personality stops and our branding begins. Chairman Soren van Wyk remarks during conference call with senior product managers.
Wow, we're assholes. As socially interactive creatures, humans have always relied on the systems of exchange for goods and services. These systems have often found themselves affected by sweeping societal changes such as new alliances, advancements in technology, and looming conflict. But the confirmed existence of an extraterrestrial race may perhaps be the single most seminal of these moments. As speculation abounds regarding their intentions, and we contend with the possibility that we are no longer an apex predator, the potential for riches or ruin has never been greater. Today's banking and investment systems were not only designed to cope with such sweeping changes that Earth's place in the universe, both in terms of domestic adjustment to the alien arrival and in terms of humanity's likely future among the stars. We must task our best economists with calming the startled markets, funding new ways of living, and ultimately laying the groundwork for deep space society and commerce. So, that is what? Arrival economics? Gives us arrival markets, civilian font. Okay, so that's potentially opening that up. Maybe.
On Overwatch.
We're also quite close to our objective of it's 31st of October. We're going to get industrialization of space. Advanced neural networks. It's not the worst thing to have, I guess. What does it do?
Failed.
A whole bunch of stuff. We also have... where is it? Where is it? Global Listening Network. That goes +1 investigation when I can't detect. I mean, detecting... we've detected them before. It's tricky, but we can do it. It's stabbing them. That's the problem. Detecting them is a minor inconvenience. Stabbing them is basically impossible. Also, it looks like Humanity First and the Servants are just kicking the shit out of each other and have not stopped. They are just going at it. Also, there's a whole bunch of Xeno shit over here. I'm guessing it's Algeria here.
The LZ is secure.
But we've got lovely Nidhi running around just burning the shit out of it with it. She loves her flamethrower. Oh, alien bases, abductions. It's all kicking off in Africa, isn't it? Got to do something about that.
You'd be better off surrendering than sitting around on your backsides waiting for supplies from home. If you don't know how to use what you find in the field, you've lost before you've even begun. Colonel Hans Castillo, 5 moves ahead.
There is almost no prospect of exploring, let alone settling, the further flung depths of our solar system until we can free ourselves of the dependence upon Earth-based supply lines. We must be able to produce all that we need for ships, colonies, mining facilities locally, which is to say in space rather than solely upon a planet's surface. There is an abundance of minerals beyond Earth's orbit, some of which we can currently mine and some of which we cannot. We now have plans for an effective micro and zero-G factories that can function with relatively minimal human presence, able to turn the raw materials of asteroids and moons into almost anything we might create on Earth, including more such factories, often of a fraction of the cost, but at many times the scale. Yet this is not only a matter of production, but also of trade and transport. Laws and treaties that dictate what is shared with whom, for what cost, and via which approved shipping routes. Space is no longer some cosmic frontier town. It is time that became a thriving and essential part of our economy. So, construction module. I think that's what we're looking for. So, we need to, like, pick a tech. Can we see the tech tree? What I want is cybernetics, which is here. So I want biotechnology, which is this one. So we will begin research on that. We will calm that down to just 1, and I am going to... Is there anything here I actually want? Knowledge increase might be useful. Nuclear powered ooh. A mobile space science lab. That sounds like fun. So I guess that's like a ship bit. So it's basically like a survey module, effectively. I think that probably needs to come later. At the moment, probably... Well, is it? We'll pick it, but I don't quite know. It's only 250. Jeez, really? Really? That's dirt cheap. That's legitimately dirt cheap. What's this? Oh, additional 5 orgs. Oh, that's quite nice. That's quite nice. Right, so Mars. We have sent a probe out there. Oh, there's moons as well. Does they have stuff? They do, but it's not as good as what's on Mars. So we've currently got 2. Well, we've dispatched 2 HABs. They're going to take like 2 years to reach, but we have sent them on their way. So has the Academy. The Academy actually locked one down before I did. Sneaky bastards. But we got 17 there. I'm tempted to like grab a 3rd. This one here, it doesn't have... It's got reasonable water supplies. It's not the most, but it's fine. It does have... Or do we want big water? Do you want to go for this one? It's got big water on it. I've kind of got... We've got the 17 noble metals. But maybe the water would be useful. Or do we save the boost? No one else has sent one yet. So let's hold off for the minute. But I am tempted to set up a third because I feel like we've kind of hit a point where we're about to like branch out. You know, we've kind of been on the moon, but I think once we hit Mars, suddenly shit's going to get real.
All of us here take water for granted each and every day. Yet no matter how humanity might evolve over the centuries to come, one thing will never change. Everything we are and everything we do depends upon water. Chancellor Li Qingzhao, Public Lecture, Xi'an Jiaotong University.
As we establish more of a presence in space, the cost of transporting resources into and beyond orbit rapidly becomes prohibitive. Thus, it is imperative that we harvest more of what we need from space rather than from Earth. Water is the foremost essential as it can be separated into oxygen and hydrogen, which in turn can be used for the creation of fuel, propellant, and a breathing mixture for personnel and plants, not to mention also serving as coolant and radiation shielding. Fortunately, we are now confident that we can obtain sufficient water from the ever-shadowed poles of Luna, our own moon, in combination with, well, I can. No one else can. I can. I've got the spot, but no one else can. Fortunately, we're now confident, blah, blah. In combination with mining from asteroids. Beyond that, Phobos and Demios, the moons of Mars, provide all of the water and therefore fuel we will need to further our conquest of the solar system. Good. Good. Glad to hear it. How's our research coming along? Okay.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Good. So that's coming along fine. We have the upper hand there. Ah, construction module. That's what we wanted. That is what we wanted. Construction module. There we go. So, accelerates construction of Tier 1 hab modules at its hab and allows founding additional platforms and outposts in this region of space. Right. What does it mean by region? Does it mean like in the local area? What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, either way, we do kind of want it. So, let's do that. Let's concentrate on this first. I also do want the biotechnology because if we grab that, then we can get cybernetics, which are basically like, if I remember correctly, you're basically your counselors get an augment which is literally spend money to increase their stats. You can only do it once for each stat, but still, you know, an increase of 1 on all stats, incredibly useful. So grabbing that, I think, and I don't know whether you could get more stuff like that. I would imagine you probably can, right? Makes sense. So you probably want to aim for that to increase the stats on our counselors so that we can then start combating the alien threats. Sounds like a good idea. So we've got the space lab, which is fine. Okay, institute just a moment, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do that instead. That's only 1,000. That's 1,500. That is both 2026. So a couple of months. That's not bad. And both, I mean, the US is looking, well, not better. Oh, that's not. I thought it was an alien space station. No, it's not. It's a servant space station. Oh, Humanity First have got a station as well. Oh, everyone's kicking off. Holy shit. Do I need... So, do I need to build more habs? That's the question. Stations. Found platform. How many are in orbits? Do I want another one in low Earth orbit? I guess. Because there's a bunch of stuff that is good in interface orbit, which I think is those two.
Good guys.
It's low and medium, which is useful.
Here's what we found.
So I think we want to concentrate. Yeah, get another Get another hab there. It didn't cost us very much boost, so we're generally fine. More orcs. Ooh, I do want 5 more orcs. Like, having the option. I did see the CIA. Hang on. What did you have? Yeah, I did see the CIA. But it cost 400 a month. 400 a month. Like, I'm an international Illuminati organisation. I only make 423 income a month. Which means that CIA have more of a budget than a global network of shadowy elites. Well, almost as much anyway. It's just madness. Absolute madness. I can't afford that. I can't afford the CIA. Who the fuck can afford to buy off the CIA shit? I'd love... I mean, you know, some of the boosts it gave were amazing, but I'm sorry, Dewey, we just can't afford it. Bloody hell.